Get wash ticket from the approved wash bay. Check to make sure the seals are listed on the wash ticket and match the seals on the trailer. Do the drying at the tank wash location or at the food liner terminal. Park in the back of the lot away from everyone and ensure that there is nothing behind you that can be damaged by the pressure being released out the discharge pipe. Close all hopper valves. Close the main aerator valve. Open the pressure control valve. Close the top air valve. Close the blowdown valve. Hook your hot hose up to the blower. Engage your blower by pressing the clutch, putting the transmission in any forward gear, flipping the switch for your PTO, put your tractor back in neutral, slowly let your clutch out. Increase the RPMs on your blower to the maximum level. Allow all the air to blow through your product line. Walk to the back of your trailer and ensure there is no more water coming out of the product discharge pipe. When no more water is coming out of your discharge pipe, walk up to your main aerator while checking all your individual aerators. Make sure they are all open. Close your pressure control valve and begin to build tank pressure. Build your tank pressure to 10 to 12 psi. Then starting at the first hopper, open the hopper valve completely, letting the air discharge out of the product line to about 5 psi. Be sure there is nothing behind your vehicle when doing this. Once the pressure is dropped to 5 psi, close the hopper valve, build the pressure back up to 10 to 12 pounds, and continue this on with each hopper until you have completed all hoppers on your trailer. Blowing down each hopper in this manner allows any excess moisture on the inside of the trailer to be drawn out with the air pressure as it exhausts out the rear of your trailer through your discharge product line. Once you have completed all the hoppers on your trailer, open your top air valve completely. Close your main aerator valve, then partially close the top air valve about halfway just before the pop-off valve begins to make noise. By partially closing the top air valve, this will allow the blower to create heat through friction that will allow the trailer to dry with the heat of the blower blowing through the trailer. Build pressure in your tank to about 10 to 12 psi. Maintain the 10 to 12 psi by opening the rearmost hopper valve slightly to relieve some of the pressure. At this time, connect the product hose to your discharge pipe with no caps on the hose. The small volume of air escaping will dry the hose about 10 minutes, then remove and put away. Be sure not to put caps on the hose until you have removed it from the product line, as there is air coming through the product line. Drying times will vary depending on the time of the year. This will usually take about 25 minutes in the summertime to 45 minutes to an hour in the wintertime. After a period of time, walk to the rear of your trailer and feel the air coming through your discharge pipe. If it has a damp feel, your trailer is still wet. If it is dry feel, you may go through the finishing process of drying your trailer. Close the last hopper. Go to the front of your trailer and open your top air completely. Allow your pressure to build. Go to each hopper, open and close each hopper multiple times to allow it to blow out any water and dry the hopper valves from any water that may have rested on there during the drying process. Repeat this with each of the remaining hoppers by building pressure and blowing out each of the hoppers. Do not have your product hose connected while blowing out the hoppers. Once you've gone through all the hoppers, open all the hopper valves completely and allow the air to flow freely through the trailer. This will allow the heat to be pushed out of the trailer and allow the trailer to cool down to prevent condensation once everything is closed up. After several minutes, Close all your hopper valves. Open your pressure control valve completely. Allow the air to blow through your product line to ensure there is no moisture left in your product line. Open your blowdown all the way to release any remaining tank pressure. Check this by placing your hand under your blowdown line and feel for air. Once the drying process is complete, climb in your truck, push in your clutch, disengage your PTO, remove your hot hose from the blower, store your hot hose, cap your blower, replace the cap on the discharge line and replace all seals that were removed. Document all reseal numbers on the wash ticket. Place a check mark next to the seals that were removed.